Hi everyone, I'm Melissa Thomas, Senior Manager within the international team at Blick Rothenberg. I'm here today with Angela Crouch, UK Managing Director of Nectar, and this is the next in the series of our client success stories. So Angela, thank you very much for joining me today. It's really great to catch up. So we're here at G&G, just outside Wakefield, one of your UK manufacturers. So for the audience, what is Nectar? What's been your involvement since 2018?
So Nectar is a direct-to-consumer mattress company, bed-in-the-box mattress company. And we are a disruptor in the mattress space, selling mattresses and other sleep bed-related products. We're a subsidiary of Resident, which is a privately held company based in San Francisco in California. And we have offices in New York, London, Tel Aviv, and also some manufacturing in the US as well. I joined the business in 2018. Nectar Sleep was the first brand to launch in Resident and in 2016, and it did really well. And the founders came over to London and said, look, we want to expand the business. Will you set up Nectar in the UK? And so I jumped at the opportunity to do that. So from the ground up, we launched Nectar in 2018. We're now a house of brands in the UK. We have Nectar Sleep, Dream Cloud Sleep and Clover Lane Home. And actually to date, we now have over 3 million happy worldwide sleepers.
Fantastic, wonderful. I wish my daughter was one of those. So for you personally, Angela, what was your career journey up to Nectar?
I've had the privilege to work with a lot of direct-to-consumer companies, spanning from family history to selling personalised products online. And I had a real flair for starting new projects and new initiatives and really enjoyed growing businesses. And I think I always thought that I wanted to be a founder or manage my own business, and always wanted to give that a shot. When I was at the Photobox Group, I managed a couple of incubator brands there. Learned a lot about how to run a business and set up a business and grow a business and fail at a business. And that's pretty thrilling to do that. It's also really challenging. So I then moved on to Zoopla and worked there, helping them with lots of pricing strategies and helping them with their operations there. But then when this opportunity came up to set up a business from scratch, you don't get those calls very often. And it just felt like something I couldn't pass by, to build out the team and localise as I saw fit. And I had the full support from the American founders, which was just fantastic. So I jumped at it. So from memory, you had to adapt the product to sell it into the UK for UK markets. Can you tell me a little bit about that journey? That's right. So although the US and the UK are English-speaking markets, there's a lot of variances in regulations and compliance. Most people know that it spans from customer privacy like GDPR and advertising standards, as well as fire safety regulations. So it was a requirement to localise for regulation, but also it was important to look at the local market and the UK customers' needs, which are different. So we started that process by doing competitive research, understanding the landscape of what was the mattress environment like in the UK, and doing some gap analysis. I think it was really important to understand our reasons to exist, and then develop our value proposition, and then structure the physical product from there, the user experience, and build on that. And that's what we did. Excellent.
So building the brand in the UK, you developed your product. How did you go about reaching the consumer market?
So it's really important to think about the competitive landscape and the gap analysis, as I mentioned, and really understand customer needs. For me, it was really important to think about what our values are as a business, and Made in Britain was one for me from the very beginning. Starting a new business is obviously quite challenging, so for me it was about having control of that product design and development from day one. So it was a great advantage when things went wrong, and they did go wrong, to be able to just jump on a train and in a couple of hours talk to your manufacturer and work out a solution.
Yep.
So, and that put us into good stead to have a really good quality product as the end result, but it was really important to have control for me from day one. That wasn't easy though. I had to call that out because as a new business, I was cold calling and asking people to work with me and looking for key strategic partners to support us and help execute the strategy. And a lot of people didn't want to work with us because who are you? You have no credit history. You've got no, nobody knows the brand. So it took a lot of perseverance and a lot of cold calling to find those partners that then wanted to work with you. The second one I would call out is sustainability was important for me from day one. It was part of our value proposition to be a carbon neutral manufacturing business, and we worked with sustainability experts, Climate Partner, which involved calculating the carbon emissions from our manufacturing process and offsetting those through various different projects. I'm very proud of all the projects that we've done in Nicaragua. We have planted millions of native bamboo plants, which are good at sequestering carbon. In Peru, we are protecting 100,000 hectares of the Amazon rainforest. And closer to home, we are supporting a biodiversity project as well. And proudly, we were the UK's first carbon neutral mattress to be launched.
Congratulations.
Thank you.
So at the launch, tell me a little bit more about some of the characteristics that made your particular offering unique.
Sure. So we were the first to market with a 365-night trial and forever warranty. Our goal is to have a product of longevity that customers will enjoy for years, and that's why we stand by those value propositions. We also offer a free name delivery and free returns. We also have customer service team that you can speak to. You can speak to an actual human being.
Refreshing.
Well, this is it. It's a point of differentiation. We lean into our customers and want to speak with them. We offer email and chat and all the usual channels as well, but that differentiates us from our competitors. And the results speak for themselves really because we have thousands of Trustpilot reviews and of an excellent score, and that's built up over time of people building the trust with the brand and seeing the quality product, and the awards and the accolades that we've got are testament to that foundation. Yeah.
And talking of foundation, your work with the British Heart Foundation, what's that entailing?
So, to the point you mentioned on the product design and longevity. Customers will return products. We're building a product for life. However, if a customer wants to return the mattress, we will try and refurbish it and recycle it and resell it. Or we donate. Again, we've been doing this from day one to British Heart Foundation, and year to date we've raised over £400,000 for them.
Fantastic.
And for those that are at end of life, we do repurpose or recycle them and divert around about 95% from landfill as well.
Excellent. So every successful business is bound to have challenges along the way. Maybe you can share with me some of the ones that resonate with you and have helped you grow the brand to where it is today.
Sure. First of all, it's not easy. It really isn't easy, and it's testament, I think, to having a quality product, not cutting corners in that, which we did from day one. Having a point of differentiation in a really competitive market, building out a very strong team. I didn't do this on my own. And when I joined the business, I was pretty lucky that I had a really nice network of people from the digital space, which is my background. So I could pick up the phone and say, I'm joining this new startup, will you help me build this business? I did the same with strategic partners to say, will you work with me? Will you help me develop the mattress and the bedding products? Some people said yes, some people said no. And it was, I think, a lesson in resilience of you really got to believe that strategy. They really have to believe you, and you need to demonstrate that you're focused on achieving those goals. So it took a lot of grit and I think just perseverance really to get through that would be, I think on reflection, what got us through it. And then also I think in starting a new business, it's about the back to basics of measuring every data point that you can, but making sure that what you're measuring, you're looking to change. Otherwise, what's the point? And from day one, we've been doing that and improving and improving, and also just focusing on what the task is at hand, and unit economics were really important for us from day one.
So you've touched on strategic partners. How important was it for you as the first employee to identify and find those right strategic partners for you at various stages along this journey?
Yeah, it was key. It's very lonely setting up a business. I think a lot of people think, oh, you're the boss, you get to make all the decisions, but with that comes a huge responsibility. And you've got a lot of people looking at you to make the right decisions. So I, from the beginning, identified that I needed to have a good network. And that was across the whole business. So that started with having the right legal support to set up the legal entity. Blick's been working with me since day one to make sure that we had the right processes in place and help navigate, those growth milestones and, filing responsibilities, all of this stuff. It was just taken care of, which was great. And then it was looking at strategic partners within the physical product development to help us design the product, make sure something was different and innovate from there. So we were all working together to help grow a business. It's not something you can do on your own. You definitely need to have that mentorship and support from experts and lean on that for those times. And they're really happy to do that, and that's why I've been working with some of these partners for years.
I think it's one of the conversations we have quite frequently with groups who are looking at expanding operations, is it's not only understanding what's involved and having clarity in that respect, but it's also having visibility and understanding the resources that are needed. You were the first employee. There was absolutely no way, as superhuman as you are, that you were going to be able to take all of that on board as yourself. So you find the right partner, you outsource, you delegate, you understand when things need to be done at what point, and then you build, and things evolve.
It's true. Delegation's a really important one. In the beginning, you're doing 80-hour weeks. There's no hiding from that. Growing a business isn't easy, but you have to have discipline to ensure that you're bringing in the right specialists to carry the load, and otherwise you're just going to hit burnout pretty quickly, and that put me personally into good stead. And then we built out the team from that, and each person has their own job description, responsibilities and full autonomy. We're a lean team. We have one of everybody, and if that person doesn't do it, it doesn't get done. So there's huge responsibility, but that's also quite thrilling to know that that you are the decision maker. You make it happen. I'm proud to say I've got the team that I started with day one still now, almost coming up to 5 years now, and I think that's for a couple of things really on reflection, which was hire the best that you can afford. I learned that a long time ago, and give them full autonomy to do what they do, and step aside and let them do what they do. At the end of the day, we thrive in environments where we can grow and build, and that's been the environment that we've created at Nectar, and it's all testament to the operations, the CS and the product teams that have delivered what you see today.
So mattresses are a medium-term investment for consumers. With that time frame, how do you maintain customer loyalty?
So we've not got full penetration to the UK. It's a billion, it's a £1 billion market. So there's plenty of room for us to grow, and our customer referrals, word of mouth reviews are exceptional. We've got thousands of 5-star excellent reviews, and it's just fantastic to hear our customers come back to say, I referred a friend, or I'm getting one for the second bedroom. So there's definitely a place for that, because believe me, if you find a product you love, you want more of them, you know, budget, you know, assuming that you can do that. So there's always space for that, that when you're ready to purchase, you'll think of the brand that you fell in love with. Equally, there's an opportunity to expand, and we have other products that mean the customer come back to us because they remember that great experience and they want other things for the bedroom. We also have another couple of brands, so we're looking at a bedding brand at the moment, which we've launched, called Clover Lane Home, and that's focused on organic bedding. And we have Dream Cloud Sleep, which is a luxury mattress.
Sounds very cosy.
It is very cosy, and you know, that speaks to a different customer as well. So for us, it's, you know, the strategy of giving different customers different products for their needs and for their budget.
Yeah, and the future. What's in store for Nectar and Resident?
The future is to really continue on our sustainability strategy. We have committed to the Science-Based Targets Initiative and the National Bed Federation Pledge for the Planet. What that means is we're committing to reduce our Scope 1 emissions. That's from our direct activities as a business. Scope 2, which is energy provider, and Scope 3 is measuring and working with our partners and suppliers to reduce their emissions. That then cascades into product design and development. So we always have that front of mind, and we're already working on some new products, which is very exciting. It's also important for us to be omni-channel. We were originally a direct e-commerce business in the early days, and our customers do want to see the product and touch the product. So last year we launched into retail, and we continue to grow that presence. It's important for us to have a national coverage of Nectar. So far we've got over 50 stores with Nectar in it, so I hope to see that grow from strength to strength.
Listen, Angela, thank you so much. I've taken up enough of your time, but it was great to catch up, and thank you for being part of our Success Story series.
Thank you, Melissa. It's been a lot of fun. Thanks for your time.
Pleasure.